Yeah.
All right, so moving on to the next segment, we have the players to watch. So we'll go team by team, right? You'll give yours, right? And then I'll give mine. Okay, so starting with the Outlaws. Starting with the Outlaws. Um, you have the floor.
All right, the Outlaws, and I'm gonna go straight to their addition. I mean, it's if I could name two guys, I would have named two guys. If I could name three, I could have named three. And I think we all know the three, but I'm gonna focus on one who I think has kind of gone under the radar. Not so much, but maybe a little bit, and that's the man Adams. Yo, there's a dog in there, man. That guy's there's a dog in there. So watch out for Adams. That's male. Female, I'm gonna give it to Maimuna. I think she stepped up tremendously in the absence of, some ladies, of course. I think Golden being out temporarily. She stepped up a lot, and I think they're gonna rely on her a lot this season.
For me, on the Outlaws, I'd have to give my player to watch to Farouk. To Farouk. When you just look at him, right? Just looking at him alone.
I test.
That tells you he passes the eye test. He
Like,
does. He
man,
does.
yeah, he does. Definitely.
And the ability matches the eye test. So for me, that is the player to watch. You cannot leave him in the open field. He will burn you. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, if we had running backs, he would be the running back.
And for the female to watch, I have to give it to the quarterback Priska.
Mm.
The quarterback Priska. So on the third and female, right? She's the one that's really setting them up for success with every throw. So for me, that's the player to watch.
Absolutely. Old, reliable.
Okay, next up we have the Hawks. And the Hawks.
I have to stick with the shining light from last season. First of all, let me just say shout out to Basid. I really was impressed with how he QB'd, but I'm gonna give my player to watch to Prosper. Still on fire from last season. I mean, he turned a lot of heads last season, and I think he's gonna maintain that same energy. I mean, we saw it even in the scrimmages alone. So I think Prosper is gonna be someone to look out for. For the females, the ladies, for now, no one stands out. But when it comes to where there's going to be a lot of expectation for me, it's going to be with their QB, Ecom. She has a lot of work to do in terms of her team relying on her. So I know that they're going to put that pressure on her. So let's see. Hopefully, she steps up. Takes things to another level. Having an amazing QB like Usman, part of the team, can talk her through everything. So yeah,
For me, with the Hawks, I'd have to say the player to watch is the standing quarterback, Basit. Right? He was all over the field that day, right? Even with his team not giving him what he wanted, his ability to make something happen was definitely something to watch.
that's a
So
Duke
that's who
player. The Duke,
yeah.
oh my God.
I don't want to take us back too much, right? But just a little credit to the Outlaws, the rusher, the person that rushed for the entire game, and anybody that knows flag football knows the most important and hardest position to play is that of the rusher.
Mm.
So and they had only one rusher for the entire game. So credit to Basit, but also just a little credit to the Outlaws rusher for the day.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yep, yep, yep. And then I'm gonna side with you for the Hawks female to watch, which
Yeah.
is their quarterback, right? Like
Yeah.
you said, a lot of expectations, a lot of responsibility being put on her, and we'll just see how she performs because she has uh, quality and experience in Usman to guide her. So we'll see how that goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So moving on, the Lions. would you have to watch for the Lions?
The Lions, the Lions. I mean, there is so much talent in the squad. For the male player to watch, I have to go with Monye, simply because he's an outstanding two-way player. So much to offer on defense, so much to offer on offense. I mean, he can get you a pick anytime. He can run along and catch a 50-yard pass. So, I think he's exceptional on both ends of the field. So I think I'm gonna go with Monye. Then for females, a lot of talent again in their females. But I'm gonna call Zara. Yeah, there's a lot of growth from last season. The coaching of Nedi as well. There's so much, improvement there. I think I mean, she's already had a breakout season, I think. But I think this is the season where Zara comes into her own.
For my pick with the Lions, I'd have to give it to Chris. Young player, talented, offensive lion. If you'll allow it, offensive lion. Like he is just put it up there. He will get it. He will get it. He is what is it with that signature? The signature.
Band
So
signature,
yeah,
by the
Chris is
way.
definitely
Band signature selling, by the way.
banned.
IFAF has frowned at
Mm,
us.
the Lagos Lions female player to watch. Again, I'll side with you on this. Zara QB, definitely the player to look at. Just essentially a repeat of everything you said. So yeah.
Yeah, no, and for me, I think the reason why, some people may be going crazy because you think we're ignoring the beast that is happiness. It isn't, you cannot ignore happiness. But it's really just to see, a player stepping up, and I really think that this is the breakout season, yeah, for Zara. But yeah,
Yeah.
next team.
Okay. Then next up we have LSC, and I'm gonna let you.
I mean, the good thing with LSC is that they bring one veteran every week. So, we've had Dolo, we've had Fa come around, we've had Timmy, we've had a couple of awesome people come around. I mean, we saw Rachel last week. They just come up with crazy people every week. So honestly, I don't know. It's just the whole team. The whole team. We've got Kimbo there. Come on, it's the whole team. Have to watch the whole team.
I completely agree. I completely agree. Again, one thing with LSC, definitely an entertaining team to watch.
Definitely.
Mm,
Facts. Facts.
yeah. Okay. Let's move it right along to the Wolverines.
So much talent again. Oh my God. Um, you know what? But for the females, I'm gonna go with Amina. Um, I think she did her
Okay.
thing last season. I think that was her rookie season, and it was really an outstanding season. I think this season we should expect more of the same, um, where you're thinking about playing Wolverines, and you're not only talking about on the female side, you're not only talking about Mbappe, you're not only talking about Bukola or Gbamiri or the other amazing talent they have on the squad, but you're also now talking about Amina, and I think that's where
Okay.
we're moving to. And then
Okay.
for the men, Wolverines. You know what? I mean, there's so much talent there as well. I just have to take the easy way out, and I'm just gonna give it to Arthur. Why? 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 Because I think this is the season. This is the season where there's more at stake. So it's not only the championship is fighting for. Team Nigeria,
Mm,
QB1. He has something
true.
to play for.
True.
So
Yeah.
I think he's gonna he's gonna come out, all guns blazing, and we're gonna see a beast in Arthur this season.
I really wish I had a conflicting take with you on this, but yeah, Arthur, definitely want to watch in my books as well. And for the females, you said Amina, yeah, so Amina as well. Uh, Again, the Wolverines, a team last season made it all the way to the finals, and then this season
Mhm.
just starting off with a dominant performance,
Yeah,
right? Definitely the team to look out for.
yeah.
Titans, Titans, Titans.
Okay. Titans.
Hmm.
I mean, of course, again, keeps. I feel like we say this for every team, but there's so much talent on that team. So much talent.
Too many,
Uh,
too many.
however, if I'm to choose one prodigy, this guy that gave us one amazing moment, two spins into the end zone, touchdown. And I'm gonna give it to Daniel. Um, why? Because I think he's the wild card. I think we know how everybody in Titans already plays. We know the deep threats. Um, we know the people that you just throw it up there and they catch it. We know everything. But I
Yeah,
think Daniel, maturing, of course, under the tutelage of Flash and the coaches in Titans. I think Daniel is going to have an amazing season this season. I think he's definitely getting a lot more time, playing time. So I think there's more opportunity for him to actually pull off something. And then on the female side, um, for me, it's easy, Virtue. Had a first season, with Titans last season. Of course, I think came in the middle somewhat, and we saw glimpses here and there. But even from the Elite Fives this season, there's she's shown that there's a player there, of course, with all the experience she's had, and I think this season, she has a point to prove. Um, she has a point to prove with all the clouds that she's coming with. I think she's gonna prove that point.
yeah, 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 yeah. I wholeheartedly agree. I was in my head looking through all the players and trying to pick one, and I kid you not, you read my mind. You read my mind. Out of all the players, the two players to watch, Daniel and
Oh,
Virtue,
really? For
you
both? Oh, that's crazy.
I
I thought it was just for
really,
Virgil.
really
Are you
no,
serious?
it was the two of them, the two of them. Out of everyone, because that team is so talented, right? If I could say watch everybody, I would, but we need to pick one for each.
Yeah, of
So
course. Yeah, yeah, of
it
course.
has to it has to be those two. It has to be those two. Like you said, we already know what everyone in that team can do to a decent extent, right?
Mhm.
But the two people that you really need to watch out for and pay attention to, like what's gonna happen this season. Daniel, on the male side, and Virtue on the female side.
Yeah.
Moving on, moving on, galloping on, and you understand why in a second. We have the Mavericks.
Mhm. The Mavericks. I mean, there's so much talent with the Mavericks as well. I mean, new talent rather. Let me put it that way, because they have a lot of new faces. The team has gone through a rebuild. So I think I'm gonna start with the female side. They had some key additions for me. I'm gonna shout out Mide, that's Ayomide. Um, but I think the addition of the second Muna now, there are two Munas now in the Maverick,
Yes.
but the second Muna, I think she's gonna be someone to watch. She's tall, she's good with her hands. Um, third and female is gonna be interesting. And looking at Muna, I can't wait for the Muna to Muna connection in every game. It's gonna be
Right.
interesting to watch. Um, for the men, the male side of the Mavs, I think the Mavs. I mean, they can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they are preparing um, somewhat of a protege for Nere, and I think it's their second QB. I believe it's Orok, that's his name, if I'm not wrong. But their second QB of Mavs. I think he had a run last season, but I think there's a lot more we need from him, and I think hopefully, well, I hope that he brings it this season, so that we can see, some dynamism with the double QB plays, to get them going. Really, that's what I'm looking out for.
Mm, okay. Okay. My two picks for the Mavericks on the male side, I'd have to give it to Ayatu. So Ayatu, have you are familiar with the term small but mighty? Ayatu really brings that term to its full thing,
Mm,
right? He is small in size, but not small in playing ability at all. I
mm,
remember seasons ago, he was on the defensive side and you couldn't sleep on him then. And now he's transitioned to offense and he
yeah,
is showing why he should be respected. He's definitely a player to watch. Okay, for the Mavericks female, I'd have to give it to the defensive powerhouse in Bam Bam, right? There's two Bam Bams, right? And
yeah.
you know what? You know what? The same way there's the Muna to Muna, I'm gonna give it to the Bam Bam to Bam Bam, right? So,
Right.
right. So, I guess, I guess, the same way we had two Munas to watch, we have two Bam Bams to watch
Right.
as well. So, those are my picks for the Mavericks,
Fair
and
enough.
then second. Second to the last, but definitely not second to the least. Even though in our power rankings, uh, we have the Giants.
Right. So for the Giants, I'm going to start off with the female, and the female for me is clear. I think they have quite a player in Faustina. Um, Pulled off an
Yep.
amazing pick six at the Elite Fives. I think we're gonna see a lot more from her. I mean, shout out to her actually. She also got, a little bit injured as well from the last game, but such a fighter that she is, and I think she's gonna have, something to show with the Giants. For the male, I think I've got to give it to. I think they have a player called David, if I'm right. I can't remember his number right now, but he's quite aggressive on offense. Really good deep threats all the time. And I also have to give a shout out to Coach Wally because um, I mean, if he's coaching on the sideline and he's seeing nonsense, I think he can step in and surprise every team. So yeah, I also gotta give a
Yeah.
shout out to Coach Wally as well.
I would actually give my player to watch as well to Coach Wale. Um, again, with the Giants team, there are things to clean up, but one thing that is clear is that the coaching direction is solid at the very least. And like you said, if at any point in time things are not going well, Coach Wale would take the reins, step in, and make a play, just
Yeah,
like he did in the Elite Fives, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
So clearly, the same way it's up here, it's here, it's here, it's
yeah,
he still got it.
absolutely, absolutely.
And then for Giants females, you said Faustina. Faustina. Definitely someone to watch out for as well. Someone to watch out for as well. Okay. Now we've got into the reigning champions, the Spartans, winners of the last season, coming into this season hot. What are your thoughts?
Um, I mean, for the men, the team is still an amazing team, and they had the defensive player of the year in Miracle, who is always someone to watch out for every time. You also have Pelumi as well. But I think for this season, I'm gonna give it to Pelumi. Of course, this is all going off of the team we know they had last season. I really don't even know if anyone that we're mentioning is still playing in that team, but I believe they are. But I'm gonna give it to to Pelumi for the male, because we know what he can do. He can really do it. He can do everything. He can be a QB. He can be safety. He can be a receiver. Whatever you want, whatever you need him to do, he does it. So, for the female side, this is even a shout out to someone that I feel was extremely underrated last season. In terms of the effort that she put in and her impact on for the Spartans every game. And that's PJ. PJ
Okay, okay.
defense, on defense, very unsung. And I think, she has a lot to do for the Spartans again this season. So I'm looking forward to her.
So one thing I will say to piggyback off what you said so far, Spartans are a very defensively minded team. They're a very stingy team, right? They will make you work for your points. You don't get to just throw over them easily. You have to actually work for
Yeah.
your points with them. Right? And I think that's part of what gave them the edge to get the championship that they did, in addition to their talents and their discipline and so on and so on. Right?
Yeah.
That defense that doesn't give things easily, right, was able to hold people. And I feel like with the Spartans, with the team as a whole, right, the team as a whole for me is one to watch.
Mm. Fair enough. I mean, that's an easy way out, but it's fine. I get it. I get it. Because
Yeah, yeah.
you're right. Because I didn't even mention Femi as a QB, and all the other. You got Princess. Yeah, so many people to watch.
That is that is about it. That is all about the CFFL preseason. For more, stay tuned, watch out. This has been All About Man, all sports, all the time.
Peace out. Thank you for joining. Subscribe, please, and like our stuff. All right. Until next time.